Greetings, Virgo and Virgo rising. This is your Western forecast for November 2024. I always start with the new moon. We have them every 4 weeks. The new moon, where it falls in the chart, is where your attention is priority is drawn to. It's one of the main themes from new moon to new moon. This new moon is on November the 1st, which is a bit unusual because it's usually in the middle of the month. So right from the get-go of starting November the 1st for the entire month, the new moon is in Scorpio, which is 3 signs past Virgo, in harmony with grounding, stabilizing Saturn. So it's a good new moon. The fact that it's Scorpio Scorpio rules the unconscious. It represents, it triggers a lot of intense emotional depth. And it's in harmony with Saturn. It gives the discipline and structure to accomplish personal growth. Because Scorpio, new moon in Scorpio, is also about transformation. So it's also very favorable for self-improvement, mentally to physically. Now, this powerful Scorpio new moon is being supported by disciplined, structured Saturn in your 3rd house. The 3rd house is the house of communications. Learning, speaking, writing, selling. Could be really focused on learning new job skills or selling yourself or selling your products. And the Saturn influence is making it very practical, giving it longevity. The Mercury is going to go retrograde at the end of this month. Mars is going to be slowing down at the beginning of December, going retrograde. So there's a lot of intense swirling energies that are happening. But before I break all this down and how it applies to you, if you enjoy these kinds of videos and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. And if you go into the description box underneath the video, you'll find a direct link to book an astrology reading or to check out my 2-question offer. So one of the main themes for November is communications, learning, selling, negotiating. It's also the 3rd house, deals more with short distance traveling, like going away for the weekend, as opposed to going on away for, which would be Jupiter or the 9th house for like 2 weeks, 10 days, 14 days, or international. That's the 9th house. The opposite is the 3rd house, which is more domestic traveling, overnight traveling, that sort of thing. Now let's look at Mercury. Mercury rules the sign Virgo, so it's one of your ruling planets. So it really impacts you very directly, personally. The ruling planet, what's really important to you. Anyhow, Mercury is going into Sagittarius November the 2nd. It's going to be there through the 1st week of January. It's very unusual. Well, not so unusual because it happens 3 times a year, but where Mercury is going to slow down and stop and retrograde November the 25th, stay retrograde in Sagittarius until December the 15th. Then it goes forwards again, where you've really kind of brought more clarity, re-examined everything with a fine-tooth comb, and then push forwards with Mercury remaining in Sagittarius until January the 8th. Now, so here we go, November the 2nd, Mercury goes into Sag. Sag is 4 signs past Virgo. Mercury, what are you thinking about, planning, negotiating? The fourth house is home and family and real estate. When it goes retrograde, December the 25th, there could be more misunderstandings with family, or you could be changing your mind around home and real estate matters. Now, Mars goes through all the signs every 2 years. Mars is going to retrograde December the 6th in the sign of Leo. But November the 3rd, the day after Mercury goes into Sagittarius, into your fourth of home, family, and real estate, assertive, aggressive Mars on November the 3rd goes into the fire sign of Leo. And then that'll slow down and stop December the 6th, retrograde, but remain in Leo until January the 6th. Leo is the sign prior to Virgo. If we look at Virgo as number 1 and then count Libra, Scorpio, etc., when you get to Leo, it would be the 12th sector or the last sector. And when Mars is in the 12th house, if you don't have a major goal, because Mars is very aggressive, ambitious, and goal-oriented, the 12th house can feel confinement, in prison, stuck, depressed, unless you're really going after accomplishing a goal. Then the Mars in the 12th, this especially moving forwards, all of November, could be doing a lot of work behind the scenes, from studying, researching, developing. Then as you have these goals in mind, you can be very focused on accomplish them. But if you don't have a goal, you're going to feel very stuck and depressed. Now, Jupiter, as I've been talking about for the last few months, expansive lucky Jupiter went into Gemini, which is 10 signs past Virgo. The 10th house is career. It's your professional status, can mean fame, certainly leadership. And that expansive Jupiter goes into Gemini, which is 10 signs past Virgo, once every 12 years. So the last couple of days of last May 2024 into June 2025, expansive Jupiter is in your 10th house of career matters. So there's a lot of this career enhancement that's trying to develop. But Jupiter right now this month into January is retrograde. So during the retrograde, even though Jupiter is bringing abundance, optimism, opportunity, when it's retrograde, whatever you're expecting, whatever's been promised, gets more delayed. It's not as big as what you were thinking about. And if you're starting a major career business project with Jupiter moving through your 10th, and this month or December, while it's retrograde, it's just keep your expectations lower. Now, the Sun, the new moon in Scorpio, in the 3rd, could be really favorable for learning new job skills or selling. Mercury is in your 4th for the next 2 months of family real estate. The Sun leaves Scorpio, doesn't take away from the Scorpio emphasis. And one of the things with the 3rd house, Scorpio, new moon Scorpio in the 3rd house, would be selling. And the Sun leaves Scorpio on the 21st and goes into Sagittarius into your 4th. It's not taking away the 3rd of learning and selling and negotiating, but it's starting to bring much more attention to fourth house matters. Now, Mercury from November the 2nd went into the fourth. You could be talking about it, thinking about a big family reunion, or moving, or investing in real estate. And then the Sun, come November the 21st, goes into Sag, and it starts to become so much more priority, so much more enthusiasm around. One of the items could be real estate, home, family, real estate. Back to the third, that could be you doing a lot of running around, looking to buy and sell, or even an apartment for rentals, or a home, a house, a condo. Because the third could be all the meetings. The third could be all the selling, the discussions, all around the fourth, of family matters, of real estate matters, which could also be remodeling, because Venus is the planet of beauty and creativity. And Venus is a one-year cycle, first 11 days, it was in Sag in your fourth. So you were still all these desires about having a beautiful home or entertaining at home. But November the 11th, it goes into Capricorn, an earth sign, compatible with Virgo, an earth sign. And Capricorn, Venus in Capricorn, is 5 signs past Virgo. So the fifth, Venus is that planet of desire, it's very benefic, it's the power of attraction. And having Venus going into the fifth, on an aside, this is great for romance and parties and vacations, because Venus is the pleasure and the love. Venus is the entertainment, the enjoyment, the vacations. The fifth house is romance. Venus is the planet of love. So all of that can be very favorable on a personal side. But if we look at Venus as creative, and there's this major emphasis on real estate, on the home, you could be buying art, you could just be buying new furniture, you could be beautifying the home, or remodeling and making it more beautiful, or entertaining. That's the fifth house. Venus in the fifth house could be throwing a party, entertaining at your home, or a big family reunion. And then, of course, the third house, if we're talking about, yes, there could be lots of correspondence and phone calls and meetings all around entertaining, or having a big family reunion, especially around Thanksgiving for those in the United States. But personally, with relationships, the third house also deals with siblings. So this could also be if you had any kind of sibling rivalry, or if a sibling, if they live far away and you don't really get to hang out very much. That could be all part of the reconnecting with siblings, or maybe the siblings are pulling together this big family reunion and then wanting to really beautify the home. But along with that whole family personal, there's all this career advancement that could be involved with buying and selling real estate. And Saturn has been retrograde since the summer in the northern latitudes in Pisces. Pisces is the opposite of Virgo. Opposite deals with a significant other, the marriage partner. Saturn goes direct on November the 15th. Where it's starting to move forwards and release all this more stuck or sluggish energies around partnerships and contracts or marriage. Now, Saturn moving forwards in the 7th, I've often seen it be when you're ready to make a commitment to get married, or a commitment with a business partnership. And with Venus going into the 5th, that could also be this desire, this loving desire, yes, for a romance, but the 5th house of children, you know, conceiving a child, giving birth to a child. So there's a lot of relationship energy that wants to be more of a commitment, more longevity, but certainly there's some advancement here with career, and that could be around selling or investing in real estate or selling whatever. So I want to thank you for watching. If you like information on how to book an astrology reading or check out my 2-question offer, visit my website at gardino.co. That's .co. Until next month, be safe and well.